Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We have a lot to catch up on. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kylie. I'm an author, narrator of over 300 audiobook titles. It's getting insane, I know. I'm a momtrepreneur and a professional nerd. And I've been gone for a while. I've been gone for a couple of months, and I'm going to explain where I've been, why I've been gone. We'll get into all of that in this video, which is more or less an update video for what to expect for me on this channel, content coming forward, and the like. So we're going to break this down into 3 categories on this video. Number 1 is where have I been and what have I been doing? Number 2 is the new logo, the new branding that you see on this channel, the new little intro ditty. What's up with that? And with that new logo and new branding, what does that mean for this channel? And the final thing is going to be what I'm working on for March or the remainder of Q1 or quarter 1 of 2023. So yeah, we have a lot to catch up on. So let's just jump right into it. The beginning of 2023 has been insane. It's been crazy. It's been hectic. It's been the busiest I've been, and also one of the most mentally exhausting places I've been in a really long time. You might be asking yourself, you didn't do a Q1 Kanban board or your goals or anything like that. And the very simple answer to that question or those wonderings is I have been sick. So backtrack, rewind. November of last year, very close to Thanksgiving, myself and my entire family came down with the vid. It took us about 2 weeks to clear it and 3 weeks to feel, better, like 100%. So I was able to go back to recording in the second week after COVID. So by that week 3, 2.5, whatever, or 1.5 week, I was back to recording. Was backed up, so was kind of under a bit of a time press and time constraints to get all of the audio that I had ready to be wrapped before 2023 or into 2023. Those were backed up, obviously, because I was sick and I talked like a frog because my nose was so congested. Fast forward to the second week of January, and my child got a virus, and children are gross and they get all kinds of illnesses and they love to share. So I got it. My husband got it, but I got it the worst. It was not the vid. We all tested, and it must have been like the flu or something, or that strain of RSV or a really bad virus that was going around, because I felt worse with that illness than I did with the vid. So I was extreme sore throat, extreme swollen, lymph nodes, achy, low grade, runny nose, itchy eyes, headaches, sinus pressure, no appetite, fatigued, just ugh. And then about 5 days in, about 3 to 4 days in, I lost my voice for 2 weeks. And as an audio narrator, you can imagine that's not good. So picture this, I'm backed up from November, still a little backed up into January, and now I'm super backed because I lost my voice, no joke, for 2 weeks. I've had laryngitis in the past. I've never had it this bad, where I've literally lost it, like zero speaking, and didn't get it back until the beginning of the end of the second, beginning of the 3rd week. And I had to take it slow getting back into recording because my voice was very broken and it would break, and it was very different in its tonality. So it wasn't my normal. It was very low, husky, rough. It was great for the guy scenes that I had to read in the guy's point of view. Not so great for the females that I'd already recorded and which took up the majority of my slots for work. So super backed up now going into February, and I was just like, every day I thought about content. What content can I make? I have a list of content that I can create. I have zero time because literally this last 2 months was all about getting healthier, getting back into the flow, getting ahead almost on audio. That way, in case I get sick again, I wouldn't be put in this position. So yeah, it was very rough. And one thing that is still kind of upsetting is I'm a classically trained soprano 1 in vocal. I'm a singer. Singing has always kind of been like part of my identity, who I am, how I express myself. And I have not regained my extreme register, like my top of my register. I used to sing prima donna from Phantom of the Opera. Every single character I knew, I could sing it easily, and I could sing the main theme, the Phantom of the Opera, from the Phantom of the Opera, and hit all those notes that Christine Daae could hit, even the end high note easily, with ease. And I could sing the song from The Fifth Element, which is a very vocally challenging song. It's like called the Impossible Song, I think. So that's not me to brag. That's just to show like it's a very much a part of who I am, and I don't have that back yet. And I know laryngitis can take a really, really long time to allow your vocal cords to recover. And as an audio narrator, I've been trying really hard to give my voice rest when I can rest. But I still have to read, so I've been doing a lot of vocal exercises, singing practices, easier songs in my mezzo or mid-soprano range to try and strengthen it back up, because it's been an ordeal, guys. Like, it's kind of scary when you have something for your entire life and then all of a sudden with one illness it seems to be taken or stripped literally from you. So I might be going to a throat specialist just to make sure that I don't have any nodes on my vocal cords, which can be common with singers, and make sure that everything's okay there, because yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. So that is why I have not been on here. I have wanted to. I have thought about you guys all the time. I've thought about all the content I can create. I've watched people make content and put content out, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that so bad. But I had priorities and I had to take care of them. And obviously, you all understand, life gets lifey. Moving on. Number 2, there is new branding. I got Canva and I have been mad at work updating a lot of my stuff. This includes this YouTube channel. It needed a facelift, horribly so, and the name Scribbles and Spice came to me and I thought it was cute, and then the tagline came immediately after, and it was Scribbles and Spice, the writer's side of life, and I thought that is perfect. So the colors here are now like that dusty rose pink color, like a mauve-y color, and I really, really like it. I love it. As you can see, I have a new intro ditty there, like a little graphic or a little, video graphic. Super cool. I've been utilizing the heck out of Canva and I love it. It's something that I should have invested in a long time ago, but I wasn't at the place where I felt like I needed it. But let me tell you, if you're an author or a YouTuber, get Canva because it's amazing. So why the name Scribbles and Spice, and what does the new branding and everything mean for the channel going forward from 2023 here on out? And that's a very simple answer. Scribbles will be the writer's side of my channel, where I still do planning. I still keep up with my HB90 goal setting by Sarah Cannon and Heart Breathings, where I will keep you informed on what I'm writing and how I'm writing now that I have my new kind of direction in my genre, which is fantasy. So I'm super excited about that. I was one of those people who fought the genre that I knew I was supposed to be in for a really long time. And now that I have accepted it, I'm super excited to just dive right in. I have so many ideas. I have so much to show you when it comes to like plot and things that I'm using, tools that I'm using to be really immersive into my writing this year and getting back into the flow of writing, because I honestly have not sat down and written in probably a year consistently, like actually working on a project. It's been a year because last year was crazy. So that's the scribble side. So what is the spice side, you might ask? Well, the spice side is going to be a new branch of this channel. I have an old channel called Avarice Rose, which is dormant right now, but I do plan on bringing that back eventually when I have more time. What it was before, it was an anime convention cosplay interactive channel where I dressed up in cosplay, went to conventions, did paneling, or just did really funny shorts and skits with my friends or myself in character. And I am no longer cosplaying the way I used to, and I've gotten out of the anime convention scene. I was a voice actor for a while for anime and gaming, and let's just say things didn't work out for our family and in that situation, and I wasn't finding any joy or fulfillment in it. Like, I liked it. I am appreciative of all the roles that I got and all the opportunities that I got, but it wasn't like the end all like I thought it was gonna be. I thought it would bring me so much joy and so much happiness, and like if I could just attain to be a voice actor for anime and gaming, it'd be great. And while it did bring me joy for the moment, it brought a lot of other things with the entertainment industry with it, and those were just some things that I don't want to talk about yet, that I don't want to go into yet. But the entertainment industry is really an interesting monster, let's just put it that way. So I have a lot of ideas with that channel. Before I got pregnant, that Avarice Rose channel was going to turn into a paranormal, spooky channel. The character that I really focused on, his name was England from Hetalia, and I really wanted to dive into more English history, British history, but also the haunted side of it, because it's such an old nation, such an old conglomerate of countries. I wanted to tell the tales of the haunts, of the ghost stories, of that sort of thing. And I still want to turn it into a paranormal channel, a more of a, maybe a react channel to people going ghost hunting or demon hunting, and how you really shouldn't. But that is going to stay dormant. And I was going to put this spice content on there, but I thought, since I had this idea before I was pregnant, I came out with a series, which I will link down below, called the Haunted England, Haunted Scotland. I did a whole series before I got pregnant that I was going to switch over the channel gradually, kind of use that as an intermediary, but then I got pregnant, I started the authortube channel, and it kind of just fell by the wayside. So instead of trying to rebrand that channel again, I am just going to put this information here, because a lot of it has to revolve around being a full-time mom, being a momtrepreneur, being a writer as a mom to an almost 2-year-old. Here in a couple of weeks, I will have an official toddler, and we are approaching the terrible twos, or the terrific twos, depending on how you want to call it. But it's hard. Finding the time for yourself, finding the time for your partner, finding the time to do the things that fulfill you and make you happy. But on top of that, also having to find the time to do the things that fill your creative well. Because as a mom, as a parent, a lot of times, as this is just for me, and why I feel like I have some really things of value to share, I felt like I lost myself for a good 6-7 months there. I lost my identity. I was a writer, I was a narrator, and then I became a mom, and it became so all-consuming. I really kind of had to scramble to put things back into perspective. So I have those things I want to talk about to maybe help even just one person, as well as I'm doing a lot of things to better myself. I have PMDD, or premenstrual dissociative disorder, which is kind of like a super gnarly extra step version of PMS. It's not PMS, but it's like, how did Rob Beauty Christie on her channel put it perfectly? It's hell. So I've been suffering with that or living with that for the last several years. And I got on antidepressants, and now I am off antidepressants. I've been off for a month now. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what it felt like going on, what it felt like coming off fast, what it felt like going back on, what it felt like coming off slow, and the way I personally believe should be done, because it's so much better for your body and your brain. But people want to get off it fast, and that can be very dangerous. Not a doctor, not an expert, but just my experiences of coming off. And then the staying off. What am I doing for my body to make me feel good? Carnivore. It's a crazy thing, right? Carnivore diet. You probably have seen it hashtagged around Twitter or Instagram or stuff like that. How crazy it is to learn really about the gut to brain biome and that relationship to mental health in your stomach, and how food and nutrition can really help in the healing process. So I want to talk about that stuff too. Again, not an expert, not a doctor, totally just my experience with it and how that's made me feel. I want to take you on the journey of being a mom, what I do in a day, starting to plan for homeschooling my child, starting to plan for buying our own home. And if anybody's interested, we have some crazy student loan debt that is mine, and we are going through the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace Program, or else we have gone through the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace Program, but we're kicking our debt in the butt. And last year, it took us 5 months to pay off $32,000, which is the most amount of money we've ever paid off of our debt ever. And it was insane to see, oh my gosh, digging down, hitting it hard, late nights, early mornings, getting out of debt is going to feel so good. But again, doing it in a way that you don't totally blow your mental health. So if you're interested down below, I can totally get into some of those things. And then, I'm rebranding my author stuff. That'll probably go on the Scribbles side, but what does that entail? What does that look like? I'm doing a co-write with an author friend of mine, which is really interesting. There's just a lot of different content, but for the most part, the Scribbles is going to be the writer's side, and Spice is going to be more of the lifey life side. So that's the new branding. That's the new direction of the channel. And I feel really good about it because I feel like I can grow and branch this channel in both directions and bring something of value to the community, kind of like as a balance, and hopefully it's helpful. Final third section of this video is going to be, where am I in Q1? Since I didn't give you a Q1 goals video or a Kanban board video. As you can see, I have a Kanban board behind me. It's full for Q1, and I have my goals in my usual pink binder right here. Q1 so far has been all about catching up and getting ahead on audio, as well as continuing to focus on my mental health and finding the balance within myself of work, my son, my husband, and the things that I love to do. One of the hardest things for me has been to take time for myself, to even feel like sitting down and reading a book for pleasure feels like I'm wasting time. And I can't think that way. So it's all about balance. And the Q1, or the rest of March, the entirety of March, there's a lot going on that I will go into in another video. There is like detoxing going on. There is really being strict with the foods and the nutrition that I put in my body. There is going to be, exercise starting to lift heavy again. I lifted weights with a professional trainer for a really long time, and I loved it, and I've gotten away from it. And my mental and physical health, I can feel it. Like, it's just one of those things. It's just good for you, or whatever exercise that you enjoy that is just good for you. Looking at my rebrand is also going to be a huge portion of Q1 going into Q2, and starting a co-write with an author friend of mine. And I'm really excited about it. I've never co-written before. I've done anthologies, but I've never actually co-written before. And I'm really excited about this one. Like, really excited, because it's in my genre. So that is a positive. But yeah, so just really March, the final month of Q1, is going to be all about focus, protecting myself, protecting my time from the craziness of the outside world that's going on right now. And yeah, that's what the rest of my Q1 looks like. I've actually hit a lot of stuff off my Kanban board that I wanted to, and there are some things that I didn't get to that I wanted to, but it's all gonna pan out properly the way it should in the end, because I'm really finding a good balance now, which I'll go into in another video. But I'm finding a very good balance of work and life, so that's a positive. So if you like this kind of content, give me a like, comment down below something specific from anything that I have explained or expressed on here that you would like to hear about, and I will be around. I don't have an upload schedule because life, again, is still lifey, and I want to make sure that I take advantage of all the time in the world that I can. But I will be back with you very shortly. So from me to you guys, one love.